This is about your face. Everyone is talking about your face because you may not realize it yet, my beloved, but something has shifted in how the world perceives you. I am Archangel Raguel, and I speak to you now because attention has begun to gather around you quietly, then suddenly. This is about your face, yes, but not in the way you first assume. It is not vanity. It is resonance. Your face has become a signal, a mirror reflecting an inner alignment that others can feel even if they cannot explain it. People notice you before you speak now. Their eyes linger a moment longer. Conversations pause when you enter a room. You may sense it in subtle ways, a second glance, a softened tone, a curious smile from a stranger. This is not coincidence. Your inner state has reorganized, and the body always follows the soul. The face is the first place this truth becomes visible. My beloved, your face is carrying coherence. The muscles rest differently. The eyes hold steadiness rather than searching. There is less tension, less defense. This creates an effect others interpret as beauty, magnetism, or glow, but what they are really responding to is safety. Humans are drawn to faces that feel safe to look at. You have become one of those faces. Do not rush to analyze this. Let it be. When attention arrives without effort, it is because something is aligned. You did not manufacture this. You did not rehearse it. It emerged as a byproduct of inner honesty. That is why it feels natural rather than performative. Some will say you look different. Some will ask if you changed something. Some will say nothing at all but watch you closely. My beloved, you owe no explanations. The change is not cosmetic. It is energetic. You stopped fighting yourself, and your face stopped carrying the weight of that fight. I guide you to notice how expressions now come and go without sticking. You are not holding emotions in your jaw, your brow, your eyes the way you once did. Release has softened your features. Presence has sharpened your gaze. This balance is rare, and people feel it instinctively. There may be moments when this attention feels uncomfortable. That is natural. Visibility always arrives before acclamation. Do not shrink to escape it. Do not inflate to control it. Stay neutral. Let attention pass through you without attaching identity to it. You are not your face, but your face is currently reflecting your alignment. My beloved, understand this clearly. People talk about your face because it feels honest. In a world of masks, honesty stands out. Some will be drawn. Some will be unsettled. Both reactions are information, not responsibility. You do not need to manage how others respond. You may also notice opportunities arising through casual interactions. Doors opening through brief encounters. Favor offered without request. This is not about appearance alone. It is about trust being granted quickly. Your face communicates coherence before words ever arrive. Do not attempt to maintain this consciously. The moment you try to hold it, tension returns. Simply continue living in alignment. The face will follow. It always does. I remain close, my beloved, to remind you that visibility is not a test. It is a side effect. Stay grounded. Stay kind. Stay present. What people are noticing is not something you need to protect or explain. It is simply the truth finally resting comfortably on your face. You feel it now, my beloved, even if you pretend not to notice. The way attention arrives before words. The way rooms seem to recalibrate when you enter. I am Archangel Raguel, and I speak to you gently because what is happening does not require amplification. It requires steadiness. This is still about your face, yes, but more precisely, it is about what your face no longer carries. Your face has released old negotiations. The micro-expressions that once asked for permission have softened. The guarded look that once scanned for threat has eased. In its place is neutrality infused with warmth. People read this as confidence, allure, mystery. They are wrong and right at the same time. What they are sensing is coherence. When inner signals agree with each other, the face becomes calm and compelling without effort. My beloved, you may catch reflections of yourself and feel unfamiliarity. Not dislike, recognition delayed. That is because you are meeting yourself without the armor you wore for years. Armor leaves imprints. When it drops, the features breathe again. The eyes brighten not because they sparkle, but because they are no longer bracing. People talk because they need language for what they feel. Some will say you look different. Others will ask if you changed your hair, your routine, your sleep. Let them guess. The truth is quieter, you stopped contorting yourself to fit expectations. Your face followed your choice. Do not rush to curate this attention, my beloved. Curation creates tension, and tension dulls the very thing people are responding to. If you feel the urge to perform, pause. Return to your breath. Let your jaw soften. Let your shoulders drop. Presence restores what performance erodes. There is something else now, subtle but important. Your face has become readable without being exposed. That balance is rare. It allows people to feel they can approach you without feeling entitled to you. You set boundaries without saying a word. This is why attention arrives respectfully rather than intrusively. This is why conversations begin easily and end cleanly. You may notice strangers confiding small truths to you. Brief stories. Honest admissions. This is not because you invite it verbally. Your face communicates that you can hold reality without flinching. My beloved, this is leadership of the quietest kind. It is not authority. It is capacity. If discomfort arises, let it pass. Visibility stretches the nervous system at first. Do not retreat. Do not harden. Stay soft and steady. The body adapts quickly when the mind does not interfere. I remind you, your face is not a commodity. Do not let praise turn into pressure. Do not let curiosity turn into obligation. You are allowed to be seen without being consumed. Practice letting attention move through you like weather, noticed, not owned. Soon, you will observe something curious. The attention stabilizes. It stops spiking. It becomes consistent. That is when you will know this is not novelty. It is alignment settling into form. Your face is simply the messenger. My beloved, keep living as you have been. Honest. Regulated. Present. The rest will take care of itself. People are talking because your face tells the truth before you do. And the truth, once relaxed, is unmistakable. You are beginning to understand it now, my beloved, not through thought but through sensation. The way people look at you is different. It is not hunger. It is not comparison. It is recognition without knowing what is being recognized. I am Archangel Raguel, and I speak to you now because this stage requires grounding more than awareness. Your face has become a point of rest for others. Do you notice how some people soften mid-sentence when they speak to you? How their pace slows without effort? This is not charm. This is regulation. Your nervous system is steady, and the face is where that steadiness becomes visible. Humans mirror what they feel safe around. Your face communicates safety before language ever enters. My beloved, this is why people are talking. Not loudly, not dramatically, but in that quiet way where curiosity spreads without explanation. Someone says, "There's something about them." Another says, "I don't know why, but they seem calm." They cannot point to a feature. They cannot name a change. That is because the change is not located in symmetry or style. It is located in coherence. You are no longer wearing yesterday's emotions on your face. Old disappointments are not etched into your expressions. Old vigilance is no longer tightening your eyes. When emotions come now, they move through rather than settling in. This fluidity reads as aliveness. People are drawn to aliveness because it reminds them of what they have numbed. Do not try to hold this look, my beloved. The moment you attempt to preserve it, it will fade. What people respond to is the absence of effort. Effort creates tension. Tension clouds the face. Continue doing what you have been doing. Telling the truth quietly, resting when needed, not explaining yourself unnecessarily. The face will stay honest as long as the life behind it is honest. You may notice increased projection. Some will idealize you. Some will feel unsettled. This is not about you personally. Your face has become a screen for unresolved feelings in others. Let those projections pass. Do not absorb them. Do not correct them. You do not need to become smaller to make others comfortable, nor larger to satisfy their curiosity. My beloved, there is power in neutrality. Your face now holds emotion without dramatizing it. Joy appears cleanly. Sadness appears briefly. Focused attention appears without intensity. This balance is rare because most people either suppress or exaggerate. You do neither. That middle ground is magnetic. You may also feel moments of invisibility returning briefly. Do not panic. This is integration. Visibility that never recedes overwhelms the system. The ebb and flow are healthy. Let yourself disappear when needed. The glow does not leave. It rests. I guide you to remember, your face is not your identity. It is a reflection. If you chase the reflection, you lose the source. Stay with the source. Stay with your breath. Stay with your body. Let your face remain a byproduct, not a project. Soon, you will notice that the conversations shift. People stop commenting on how you look and start listening to what you say. That is the natural progression. Attraction opens the door. Substance keeps it open. You have both, my beloved, but only because you did not try to manufacture either. Do not let familiarity breed self-doubt. Just because this feels normal to you now does not mean it is ordinary. It is simply integrated. Integration always feels quiet from the inside. I remain with you, not to amplify this moment, but to stabilize it. Attention is energy. Let it flow without gripping it. People are talking about your face because it tells the truth without asking to be believed. And truth, when relaxed, is impossible to ignore. You are standing inside the shift now, my beloved, not observing it from the edge. What once felt like something happening to you now feels like something moving through you. I am Archangel Raguel, and I speak at this moment because this phase is where many misunderstand what is occurring and try to interfere with it. You will not. You are learning to let what is natural remain natural. Your face has become familiar to others faster than it should. People feel as if they have seen you before, even when they have not. This is not imagination. When a face carries coherence, it bypasses the mind and speaks directly to memory. Not personal memory, human memory. Something ancient recognizes something settled. That is why reactions feel immediate and unexplainable. Do not mistake this for admiration alone, my beloved. Admiration looks upward. What you are receiving looks inward. People are not placing you on a pedestal. They are checking themselves in your presence. Your face invites self-awareness without judgment. That is rare, and it can be disarming. You may notice that compliments have changed. They are less about features and more about feeling. You seem calm. You feel different. There's something grounding about you. These are not polite observations. They are nervous system responses. Your face is no longer broadcasting urgency or lack. It is broadcasting sufficiency. My beloved, this is why some people grow quiet around you. Silence does not always mean distance. Sometimes it means regulation. Sometimes it means respect. Let the silence exist. Do not fill it. The more comfortable you are with quiet, the more powerful your presence becomes without effort. There is something else now, subtle but important. Your face no longer seeks confirmation. You are not checking reactions to decide how to be. This internal independence frees your expressions. They arise spontaneously, not strategically. That spontaneity is what people trust. Trust is always more magnetic than beauty. If you feel moments of vulnerability about being seen, honor them. Visibility can stir old memories of exposure or misinterpretation. Do not armor against those feelings. Let them move. Your face remains open because you allow emotions to pass rather than settle. That fluidity is your strength. Do not curate yourself for consistency, my beloved. Consistency of self is not sameness of expression. Some days you will look softer. Some days sharper. Some days quieter. Let all of it exist. Authentic range is more compelling than polished uniformity. You may also notice that certain people drift away. This is not loss. Faces that no longer mirror old patterns will not hold old dynamics. Some connections were sustained by shared tension or shared confusion. As that leaves your face, those connections dissolve naturally. Bless them and release them. I guide you now to something important. Do not build identity around this attention. Attention is a wave, not a foundation. Your foundation remains your integrity, your choices, your regulation. As long as you stay rooted there, your face will remain truthful without becoming a mask. Soon, the conversation around you will change again. The novelty will fade, and what remains will be respect. That is the most stable form of attention. It does not demand performance. It does not consume. It simply acknowledges. My beloved, keep doing what you are doing. Do not chase the mirror. Do not dull yourself to disappear. Stay present. Stay honest. Stay embodied. People are talking about your face because it reflects a self that has stopped negotiating its existence. And that kind of face does not ask to be noticed. It simply is. You feel the settling now, my beloved, the moment when attention no longer startles you. What once felt like a spotlight now feels like ambient light. I am Archangel Raguel, and I speak to you here because this is where understanding becomes embodiment. The face has finished changing. What changes now is how you inhabit it. People are no longer only noticing you, they are orienting around you. Conversations recalibrate in your presence. Emotional tones adjust without request. You are not directing this. You are allowing it. That distinction matters. Control would harden the effect. Allowance keeps it alive. My beloved, your face has become trustworthy. Not perfect. Not curated. Trustworthy. It signals that what is seen is what is there. No agenda hidden behind expression. No performance layered over feeling. This is why people linger after speaking with you, why they replay interactions without knowing why. Honesty leaves an aftertaste. You may observe that reactions are calmer now. Less surprise. More ease. This is integration. The nervous systems around you have learned that your presence is consistent. Consistency is rare. It dissolves hypervigilance. It invites authenticity in others without you asking for it. Do not be tempted to dim yourself to avoid responsibility, my beloved. Visibility does not make you accountable for others' emotions. You are not here to regulate the room. You are simply regulated within yourself. That difference protects you from burnout and preserves the natural magnetism of your presence. There is a quiet confidence now in how you hold your face. Not pride. Not indifference. A grounded neutrality that allows emotion to pass without distortion. This is why even difficult expressions look clean on you. Anger does not look threatening. Sadness does not look heavy. Joy does not look performative. Everything appears honest. You may notice mirrors less. Not because you dislike what you see, but because you no longer need confirmation. The face has become familiar from the inside. When internal recognition arrives, external validation loses urgency. That is freedom. My beloved, let me say this clearly, do not protect this with effort. Effort will strain it. Protect it with rest, with truth, with boundaries that feel kind rather than rigid. Your face will continue to reflect your inner state accurately as long as you honor that state. Some will try to label what they see. Glow. Aura. Confidence. Beauty. Let them. Labels are how the mind attempts to hold what the body feels. You do not need to correct them. The truth does not require agreement to remain true. As time passes, fewer people will comment directly. Do not interpret that as fading. It is deepening. When something becomes real, it stops being discussed and starts being relied upon. You are becoming a point of steadiness in subtle ways you may never fully witness. I remain with you, my beloved, not to guide the change anymore, but to witness it with you. You are no longer becoming. You are inhabiting. People were talking about your face because it was changing. They grow quiet now because it has arrived. And what has arrived does not need commentary. It simply holds.